Histograms of unequal class width. You can see that the class widths are different for all the classes. Some of them may be same as well. For example, this one is 10, then 5, then 5, then 10, then 15. How do we calculate the class width? Class width is equals to upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. This is the class width. Also, you need to notice that the upper class boundary of the first class and lower class boundary of the second class have to be same always. If they are not the same, then this data you cannot make a histogram, because for histogram we need a boundary. We don't need a boundary for a bar chart. Now, for any data where class intervals are not the same, we do not plot the frequencies as it is, right? What do we calculate? We calculate frequency density. What is frequency density? Frequency density is frequency divided by class width. So I have calculated frequency density for all the classes and I have highlighted them. Now we are going to do a plot frequency density on the histogram instead of frequency. This will look something like this, and you will notice that the width of all the bars is different. I have highlighted them as well so that you can see that width of all the bars is different. Okay, so when the width of bars is different or when class width is different, then you calculate frequency density, and instead of frequency you plot frequency density on the graph. On which axis? Y axis. Okay, alright, now let's have a look at another question of frequency density, which is this one. Table shows information about time in seconds taken for some people to complete a puzzle. We have to find out the missing values, means for this one, right? For the first one, frequency is 12. This histogram has frequency density plotted on it because this is 35 till 40 and 40 till 45, right? 35 till 40 is 42, right? So let's calculate the frequency density. We don't know what is the value of this point because this is the point where the bar is ending and this is the value of frequency density. So let's first find out the class width. The class width for this one is 5. Frequency density formula. Frequency density is equals to frequency upon class width. So for this one, 42 upon class width, which is equals to 5. The answer is 8.4. If frequency density is 8.4, then we can label it as 2468, which means this is 1, 3, 5 and 6. We can directly say look at it here, and this is 6. For this one, frequency density is 6. So to calculate this, the class width is 5. Let's apply the formula for frequency density once again. Frequency density is equals to frequency upon class width. We know the frequency density, which is 6. We don't know the frequency, and we know the class width, which is 5. So for this one, frequency is going to be 30 after cross multiplying. So we complete this table by putting in 30 over here. Okay, use the histogram to complete the table. We have already done this. Let's do another similar question. 30 pigs between 50 and weigh between 50 and 65. So class width is 15. Work out the estimate for the number of pigs which weigh more than 80 kg. More than 80 kg means this class, right, from here, more than 80 kg. Okay, now what do? First we find out what is 1 square or 10 boxes equal to. Let's put the formula for frequency density first. Frequency density is equals to frequency 30 upon class width is equals to 2. This is 2 means this is equals to 1, right? Estimate for number of pigs which weigh more than 80 kg. We have to draw a line over here, right? We have to estimate this. If this is 2, this is 4. When frequency density is 4, so 4 multiplied by, this is 85 here. Okay, so 4 multiplied by 5 is equals to frequency, which is 20. For this one the frequency is 20, and then this is 1, right? Frequency density is 1, and this is 85, 90 and 15 plus 15. This is 35, right? How do I calculate 4 multiplied by 5 and 1 multiplied by 15? By applying the formula of frequency density. Same formula. Explain why your answer to part A is only an estimate. It's only an estimate because this is frequency density from 75 till 85. We have to halve this bar, and by halving this bar we have made an estimate because we don't know how many people from 75 till 85 actually weighed more than 80. That's why it's just an estimate. Now that we are done with histograms, let's move to mean, median and mode. For mean, median and mode, we have two kinds of data. One is ungrouped data, which is either written like this in raw form, or it can be written like this in table form, but the classes will be numbers. There will be no class intervals like the one we saw in the histogram and cumulative frequency distribution. Now, for raw data, we have either odd number of data or even number of data. This one is odd data and this one is even data. Okay, all right. So the formula for mean or average is denoted by x bar. The formula is sum of all the values upon number of values. So what is sum of all the values for this one? Sum of all the values is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 18 is 27. 27 plus 7 is 34. 34 plus 6 is 40. So we will write 40 divided by number of values, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 40 divided by 7 is equals to 5.7. This is the average. Same will go for this one. So let's find out the sum first. 2, 4, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 plus 24 is equals to 40. 40 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. The mean for this data is 4. Now median. Median is something physically in between. I am going to write the data once again to actually show you how to calculate the mean. When you median. When you are calculating the median, it's necessary that the data is arranged in descending order, means ascending order. from smallest to the biggest. The data has to be arranged in ascending order. So keep cancelling the terms till you find a middle term, something in between. This is 7. So median for this data is 7. But for even data, median is not as simple as something in between. Let's have a look. Here the median will be, let's cancel them one by one. We will have two terms in between now, 4 and 5. So what do? We add 4 and 5, divide them by 2. Answer is 4.5. This is median of the data. Mode is the most occurring number. For this data, median is 9. Mode is 9. And for this data, mode is 6, because mode is the most occurring number. When this raw data is in table form, why do we have it in table form? Why don't we have it simply in this form? Because this is a bigger data. Why this is a bigger data? Let's add all the frequencies. This is 20 and this is 30. This is a total of 50 points. So writing this data like this wouldn't be suitable. How do we find out mean? Formula is same, but what do? Sigma fx upon sigma f. This sigma means sum, right? So sigma fx means you will make a column of fx where you multiply f and x. 40. Why do we multiply this? If 5 is written 8 times, you add them, it becomes 40. 6 is written 7 times, you add them, it becomes 42. Right? That's why we calculate fx. We calculate all the fx and then we add them. 40 plus 42 is 82. 82 plus 35 is 117. 117 plus 88 is 205. 205 plus 108 is equals to 313, plus 70 is equals to 383. This is 383 upon sigma f we have already calculated is 50. We divide them. The answer is 7.66. Now, how do we find out the median? Median is sigma f plus 1 upon 2th term, means 50 plus 1 upon 2. 51 upon 2 is 25.5th term. How do I calculate 25.5th term? We will calculate the 25th and the 26th term. Okay, 25th and the 26th term. So let's make a cumulative frequency table. This is 8, this is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 11 is 31. So from 21st till 31st term we have 8. Right? The 25th term is 8. 26th term is also 8. You take average of both. Answer is 8. So your median is 8. And mode is the most occurring frequency, most occurring number. So mode is equals to 9 for this data. Averages you can calculate. Yeah. Okay. Next is grouped data. For grouped data you have the upper class boundary and lower class boundary that I have already explained to you. If boundaries are not there, you will make boundaries. For example, if some data is like this, 130 is less than x is less than equal to 129 and 139, sorry. Then this begins with 140, right? So how will you make the boundary? To make boundaries, you will, for lower class boundary, at present this is the lower class limit and this is the upper class limit. Okay, not the boundary. Boundary is when these two will become the same. For lower class boundary, what you do? Lower class limit minus 0.5. So in this case it becomes 129.5 and second one becomes 139.5. For upper class boundary, you you add 0.5 in the upper class limit. This one becomes 139.5 and this one becomes 149.5. You can see that this 139.5 will be equal to this 139.5, right? You can see that. That is how you are going to make boundaries. Also, in this data, you do multiply fx, but in this one, x is the midpoint of what? Of class interval. And how do we calculate the midpoint? The formula for midpoint of class interval is lower class boundary plus upper class boundary upon 2. Okay, how do we do this? Let's have a look. And this is possible for even for those questions where class intervals are different, means class widths are different. Every class is not of the same width. Even for that question you can use it, but for this one we can see, for this one we can see class intervals are not the same width, like this one is 20 and the others are 10 each. Now what do? We find out midpoint of the class, which is x. So let's find out x. Here x is 145, 155, 165, 175 and 190. Then we will find out fx, means frequency multiplied by midpoint. So 7 multiplied by 145 gives you 1015. 10 multiplied by 155, 1550. 165 multiplied by 15 gives you 2475. 175 multiplied by 19 gives you 3325. And 190 multiplied by 9 gives you 1710. Now, mean is calculated the same way. Sigma fx upon sigma f. Let's find out sigma f and sigma fx both, right? Let's find out sigma fx first. 1015, 1550, 2475, 3325 and 1710. Answer is 10075. 10075. Okay, let's calculate the total frequency. 17 plus 15 plus 19 plus 9 gives you 60. So you divide both of them. Answer is 167.9. This is the answer, and this is how you calculate the mean of grouped data. How do you calculate the median? Median is the same, right? Sigma f plus 1 upon 2th term means 61 upon 2 is equals to 30.5. 30.5 means 30th and 31st term divided by 2. Let's prepare cumulative frequency 17 and this will be 32. 30th and 31st, this is the median class. Okay, median class. Which is the modal class? This is the modal class. Modal means the class with highest frequency. This is all about statistics. Let's do a question where I have to look at the bar chart to calculate the mean number of hours of homework. Here 0 to 2, this is a bar chart, it's not a histogram. Why a bar chart? Not because the question says so, because we have a gap in between. You will have a look at the bar chart, and to find out the mean, you have to find out midpoint of the classes and then multiply with the respective frequencies. I have done 2 of them for you. Now you have to do all of them and find out the mean